Dave Chappelle is an American stand-up comedian, screenwriter, film producer, and actor. He's known for his satirical comedy sketch series, Chappelle Show, from 2003 to 2006. The series, co-written with Neil Brennan, ran until Dave Chappelle quit the show in the middle of production of the third season. After leaving the show, Dave Chappelle returned to performing stand-up comedy across the U.S. By 2006, Dave Chappelle was called the Comic Genius of America by Esquire, and in 2013, the best by a Billboard writer. In 2017, Rolling Stone ranked him as number 9 in their 50 best stand-up comics of all time. He's received numerous accolades, including 3 Grammy Awards and 5 Emmy Awards, as well as the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Dave Chappelle has an estimated net worth of $50 million. About Dave Chappelle's early life. David Cary Weber Chappelle was born on August 24, 1973 in Washington, D.C. His father, William David Chappelle III, who was born in 1938 and died in 1998, was a professor of vocal performance and the dean of students at Antioch College in Yellow Springs, Ohio. His mother, Yvonne Sion, who was born in 1937, worked for Congolese Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba and has been a professor and university administrator at several institutions, including Wright State University and Prince George's Community College. Dave Chappelle has a stepmother named Yvonne Reed, a stepsister named Felicia Chappelle, and a stepbrother named William Chappelle. Dave Chappelle grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland, and attended Woodland Elementary School. His comic inspiration came from Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. After his parents separated, Dave Chappelle stayed in Washington with his mother while spending summers with his father in Ohio. In high school, he worked as an usher in Ford's Theater. In 1991, he graduated from Washington's Duke Ellington School of the Arts, where he studied theater arts. Dave Chappelle is 6 feet tall, or 1.83 meters tall. About Dave Chappelle's personal life. Dave Chappelle married Elaine Mendoza Irf in 2001. Together they have 2 sons, Suleiman and Ibrahim, and a daughter named Sanaa. In 1991, Dave Chappelle converted to Islam. He told Time in May 2005, "I don't normally talk about my religion publicly because I don't want people to associate me and my flaws with this beautiful thing. And I believe it's beautiful if you learn it the right way." Dave Chappelle appears in a video explaining the religious history of the well of Zamzam in Mecca. His great-grandfather, Bishop William D. Chappelle, born into slavery in 1857, served as a president of Allen University and led a delegation of African Americans who met President Woodrow Wilson at the White House. His great-great-grandfather, Robert J. Palmer, was a member of the South Carolina legislature, then majority black during Reconstruction. His granduncle, W.D. Chappelle Jr., was a physician and surgeon who opened the People's Infirmary around 1915, a small hospital and surgery practice in Columbia, South Carolina, during a time when segregation prevented many African Americans from having access to health care. About Dave Chappelle's career. Dave Chappelle was featured in a montage of random people telling a joke in the first episode of ABC's America's Funniest People, airing on September 13, 1990. Dave Chappelle later moved to New York City to pursue a career as a comedian. He performed at Harlem's famed Apollo Theater in front of the infamous amateur night audience, but he was booed off stage. Dave Chappelle described the experience as the moment that gave him the courage to continue his show business aspirations. He quickly made a name for himself on the New York comedy circuit, even performing in the city's parks. In addition to weekend stand-up gigs, he also honed his craft at Monday night open mic performances at places like the Boston Comedy Club on West 3rd Street. In 1992, he won critical and popular acclaim for his television appearance in Russell Simmons' Def Comedy Jam on HBO. It was his appearance on this show that allowed his popularity to truly begin rising, eventually allowing him to become a regular guest on late-night television shows such as Politically Incorrect, The Late Show with David Letterman, The Howard Stern Show, and Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Whoopi Goldberg nicknamed him The Kid. At 19, he made his film debut as Achu in Mel Brooks' Robin Hood Men in Tights. Dave Chappelle has appeared in several films, including Robin Hood Men in Tights in 1993, The Nutty Professor in 1996, Con Air in 1997, You've Got Mail in 1998, Blue Streak in 1999, Undercover Brother in 2002, Chirac in 2015, and A Star is Born in 2018. His first lead role was in the 1998 comedy film Half-Baked, which he co-wrote with Neil Brennan. Dave Chappelle also starred in the ABC comedy series Buddies in 1996, In 2016, he signed a $20 million per-release comedy special deal with Netflix and released 6 stand-up specials under the deal. Dave Chappelle received his first Emmy Award in 2017 for his guest appearance on Saturday Night Live. In 2018, he received a Grammy Award for his Netflix-produced comedy album, The Age of Spin and Deep in the Heart of Texas. Equanimity, another Netflix special featuring Chappelle, was nominated in 2018 for 3 Emmys and received the award for Outstanding Variety Special, pre-recorded. In 2019, Dave Chappelle was selected to receive the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, which is presented by the Kennedy Center as America's highest comedy honor. In 2020, Sticks and Stones earned Dave Chappelle his 3rd consecutive Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. About Dave Chappelle's real estate. In 2005, Dave Chappelle purchased a modest home in the Yellow Springs area of Ohio. It's in the same area where he spent summers as a child with his father. The 3,154 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath home sits on 39 acres of gorgeous farmland and includes a private gated entrance. Current estimates place the home's value at $278,000. Apart from Dave Chappelle's farm in Yellow Springs, he owns several other houses in Xenia, Ohio. In 1993, he paid $300,000 for a 2,770 square foot home. The home sits on a 65-acre property. It consists of 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. In addition, he owns at least 3 other homes in the area. About Dave Chappelle's car collection. Dave Chappelle owns or has owned a Porsche 911 Carrera S, a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a Lexus LS 460, a Porsche Cayenne, and a Range Rover Sport. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and give us a like and share this video with your friends. Let us know what you think in the comment section.